So the first stage of the process is the coffee cherries are put in water, and then the higher quality coffee sinks and the lower quality floats. This is the first process, or second process separation, first being the picking off the tree. So they do that at night because once the cherries are picked, they don't ripen any further. In fact, you want to get them away from the skin of the bean and the actual, you want to get the beans out of them as quick as possible. So that's done at night. So we're going to go to the next process, which is drying of the beans. So here are the tanks behind me. So the cherries have been removed, there's no skin on the beans, and now they're sitting in these vats. And the beans sit here for a period of 24 hours to ferment. This is called a fermentation tank. And if you look closely, you can actually see some of the areas where the beans are actually, there's bubbling taking place. And that bubbling is the gases coming out from the fermentation. Now it's very important that the coffee doesn't ferment too long, otherwise it'll change the taste. So now we're going to see the next process. So the coffees are now being dried out in patios. And this process is to stop the fermentation process and to get the coffee dry so that it doesn't continue. Out in the hot sun, he walks back and forth, raking, constantly turning the beans. Another thing I like about La Minita is they also have the option of drying the coffee with these big dryers. So it's not just patio drying, there's also dryers. What happens here is the coffee is put into these giant tubes, and inside this tube there's a heater, and the heater is drying the coffee so that they can process and stop the fermentation quicker, which is more of a controlled process. Now, once it's done, a sample is taken here, and that's where it's checked for quality once more. From the dryers, the coffee is transported into these giant silos. It sits in the silos for 30 days. And that lets it what they call rest. Gravity table, and the table is vibrating right now and it's on an angle. And what happens is the higher density coffees are moving up to this area here, and that's the higher quality coffee. The middle of the road qualities are here, and rejects are coming over here. Separating the coffee. The higher quality coffees are now going into this system. Let's go up the tube, and then go over to the next table to be separated even up to the second time in the three different qualities. Second quality, the best coffee, is then brought up into a silo. They're weighed out on this scale. So we've been through the mill. Now we're going to see the hand process, the hand picking, the grading process, where there are rooms full of women that pick out any defects that happen.